everybody, and welcome back to the Star Wars Legion weekend. I am here with Josh, who has brought along some 3D files. Josh, what have you brought?
So I brought the Mandalorian, basically. Bought it through the Imperial Terrain Commission. He's teamed up with Jordan Cunliffe of Skullforge Studios, and they've been doing some amazing 3D files, just generally. I've got a Pusher i3 Mark III at home.
So FDM?
FDM, yeah, and it's not so good with the old models, but it's absolutely caning it on this terrain.
Well, we have the Anycubic Photon on here, and you've wanted to actually learn how to run it.
Yeah.
So, the first thing you're going to do is you're going to grab Photon Workshop, okay?
Right.
So, this is the program that's going to do your slicing, same as Cura, if you use it. We bring our file in, and as you can see, we have one here, which is just as he comes whenever you bring him in. And we have the other one here, who we've flipped and turned around. And there's a good reason for that. So if I go to here, and we look in below, do you see all that red on screen?
Yeah.
That's telling you where all of the islands are that you're fighting against. And the one thing I detest doing more than anything is you see trying to put a pin onto, say, here, the end of the fingers. Whenever you come to take those off, those fingers are just going to snap. That's why we take him and we flip him upside down, and then we go around looking for those islands. So we did this one in advance just to make it a little bit easier. We then slice it, and it will tell us how long it's going to take. But first, let's get rid of that one, because otherwise it'll just slice for both because they're both on the bed. So Skullforge Huntsman, let's say V2, Bosch. Okay, so we're done. So what we've got here is the estimated total print time, so about 5 hours. And it also estimates approximately how much resin you're going to put in, which is useful. So if you're being really careful, you can measure out a little bit over exactly what you need. Generally, I'm not too careful. I just take it that I fill it, say about
That much.
pretty much. You fill it like halfway full in the actual tray, and that just makes sure you have enough to actually do it. The cool thing is you can actually open it up if you notice it's getting low, and just top it up with more resin while it's running. So it's not like the FDM where you have to have one that allows you to change midway through, which can be so annoying sometimes. All right, we'll take a quick swipe, and then I'm going to show you how to set up the Photon. Okay, we're back with Josh. We're now up at the Photon. So Josh, I'm going to have you do this yourself, all right? So you see down to the left-hand side of the printer there's a sheet of paper that's tore up. Just to your left, to your left, to your left, that.
There we go, yeah.
All right, so put that over the LCD screen that's in there. And then go to Tools. And then see Move Z. Top left, yep. And you see the little home?
Home.
Hit home, hit home. So this is you telling it where it's going to print that first layer, okay?
Right. Okay.
So it's very key in this to get the first layer right, because if you don't catch that, you've caught nothing, and it's just going to do a blob in the bottom of the little tray here, okay?
With an FDM as well, because if you don't get the first layer right, then the whole thing's just wrecked.
Yeah, well, for the FDMs, it's a lot easier to tell because you just run your finger across the skirt to see if it's actually caught that, and if it's caught that all the way around, you know you're pretty much safe. This one, however, what you're listening for is the first pop. Whenever it lifts the layer, you'll hear a pop of it pulling off the sheet.
Okay.
So it's a lot more difficult to actually tell, have I caught it, have I not? But whenever you do it right, the results are just great. So we're just about down to where it should be. So you see the 3 buttons at the top there. You have a 0.1 mil,
Yep.
a 1 mil, and a 10 mil.
Yep.
Do not touch it with it set to 10 mil right now. I need you to set it to 1 mil. So hit the 1 mil. And then what you're going to do is you're going to press down 1. Right, now, try and move that sheet of paper.
Yeah.
Still pretty loose, right?
Yeah, very loose.
Put it down another one. Now try and move it. Super tight, yeah? Now go to 0.01
Yep.
and raise it 1.
That one.
See, can you move it? Give it a good tug. You want it to be really tight.
It's tight. I can pull it.
You can pull it. Give it 1 more. Now pull it.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's.
So let me feel this.
Slider.
So this is something you do by feel, and that feels just about right to me. So now what you're going to do is you're going to go back on the menu, and then you see in the top right that Z equals 0.
Yeah.
Hit yes. Okay, now go back into Move Z. Press home again. Now you're going to set it to the 10 millimeter
Okay.
and press up 10 times. So this is going to give you room to actually get your tray in.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what you want is, you see the little short pot in on the right at the back there?
That one.
Nope, at the very back, black pot. So this is the resin we're using at the minute, right?
Okay.
So this is Anycubic UV resin. It has worked absolutely great for anything I've done with it so far. Whenever you pick up one of these, you generally get a little pot of this, and it's good to go. All right, so yep, take the sheet away. Right, pour it in here. I'm gonna let you do this yourself. So after I used this last time, I'm always very particular about cleaning it, so don't worry about anything like that. And then just pour it where you think you would need it.
Well, in the whole thing, isn't it? Really?
Well, you can overfill it and overflow it if you're not careful.
Okay, right.
So you just keep pouring and stop whenever you think you're good. It's being so delicate, so gentle.
Okay. Go to fast mode. I think that would probably be more than enough, right?
That's very close. I would give it just a bit more, because, well, there's very little left in the pot. We have used up pretty much all of it, so just dump it all in there, that's fine.
Have it.
That's grand. All right, so close it up, and careful not to get it on your fingers, because it is just mildly toxic. It is resin after all. So we put, no, bad Josh. All right, so now what you're going to do is pick this up on either side, and you're going to fit it in there. So
With or without the paper?
Without the paper. So there is a little metal rim, so you can get your fingers in beneath here, and then just slide it on in there. So whenever you're doing this, it's just wise to not really touch the bottom sheet, because if you put smudges on it, it can affect your print. Now it's all the way in, yeah? Because you've got two little locking nuts at the back, so just push it all the way in, and then the two little red nuts, just tighten those up to a nice thumb tightness, okay? So tightening 1, tightening 2, and then you see the big red one up the top. Make sure it's tight as well. So that's your build plate. All right, now swing the door down. And now we're going to tell you where to go. So go back out of there, and then see print. Now go down, and you will see a little preview of what you're going to print with its name there. So can you see him? Yep, that's the one you want. So hit that. That brings up your preview. Now just hit play.
Do it.
And so now the 3D printer should just work it through, and we'll come back whenever we're done and see if we have a success or if we have a failure. So guys, get your comments in below. Have you been curious about running resin printers? Myself and Josh will move on here. We'll see you again soon.
Go ahead and check out our other content on screen now. And while you're at it, why not hit subscribe and remember to ding our dong. Go on, you know you want to click it. Go on.